Don't give up. Never give up.
I think I learned about life. You know, for me, really, PhD is not something about research itself. It's an experience. So it's about learning about life.
I learned that it's fantastic to do research.
One sentence to define what you have learned so far.
Oh.
You can say 2 or 3 if you want.
Okay, to define what I learned. Well, that there's no need to be insecure, I think, about anything. That's a good thing to be insecure, because then you also, it's more than one sentence.
Just go for it.
Okay, good. Because then you also open up to other people. Like when you are really secure about yourself and about your research, then there's no room for other people to comment or to be involved as well. So I think it's a good thing to be sometimes a bit insecure.
Okay. Yeah. One sentence to define what you have learned so far.
Well, I have learned to be extremely patient and a good researcher through this process.
What is it to be a good researcher?
You have to be calm, take a step back and speculate.
Okay, speculate on?
Speculate on your work process of the day.
One sentence to define what you have learned.
Have a goal and manage yourself. I think that is important. And you need to know that what you are aiming at or what you want to do in the future, and what kind of skill, or I know some people are gonna say not all about skill is about leadership and everything, but I think leadership is also a skill, and the qualities or the skill that you need to have for your goal, and then just work on it, and then that is the thing. Yeah, you need to have a purpose, I think.
Self-control, I think. You really have to be in control of your emotions, and large-scale collaboration.
I would say I learned to have patience. Patience with myself, because of everything that I had to learn and my mistakes. I also had to have patience with that. Patience with others when I had expectations and they were frustrated in terms of collaborations, or for example, when I went to Brazil and things were not as I wanted them to be or expected them to be. So I would say that personally it was patience.
The most important part of the research is your team, people with whom you work. That's, for me, it was the most important part, because they give you a power and they give you the energy. If you don't have that, if you don't like people with whom you work, then you are not motivated anymore. And the reason why I have all this energy to do stuff every single day is because I work with people with whom I literally love working. So for example, yesterday we had a meeting from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because we had a meeting with guys from the US. And it was just so much fun. You meet your supervisors, co-authors, and it's just fun. So you're sitting with the cup of tea or cup of coffee and you're just enjoying the fact that you have a meeting. So I think that that's important. That's the most important thing I've learned. And that's a great lesson for me for the future. Because sometimes what I know now, and I didn't know that before, is that if some cooperations do not work, or you just don't like them, maybe you should stop working with these people and don't waste your time anymore. Because if somebody literally breaks your day and makes your evening horrible because you are still thinking about things which happened at work, then it's way better to just stop this cooperation. It means less publications, of course, but does it really matter? If now, when I have a choice, I would definitely go running, I would go to the cinema instead of wasting my time on cooperation, which I do not like. And that's what I'm going to do in the future.
One thing I absolutely learned is that, I'll do two examples. One thing I absolutely learned on a superficial level, that writing a study is a lot of fun, can be a lot of fun. And I take a lot of joy in just creating a study, thinking of smart ways to say a certain thing, condensing information, still presenting the same thing. That's really addictive for me. On the other hand, in a more like fundamental way, what I really learned is that you don't have to do it in the way that you thought you had to do it.